Hello, everybody. Welcome to session number 48. Yep. Goddamn 48. Almost at that 50 mark. Kinda, I don't know. It feels like it's a lot, but at the same time, it's not a lot. If you know what if I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
once the number gets large enough, it feels like, oh, it hasn't been that long. But if you think about 50, that's like 50 weeks. 50 weeks is a lot if you think it in those terms. Like 50 weeks is a heck of a lot of time. Yeah, some housekeeping things. Any what's it called? Oh yeah, my brain is failing me now already. That's not a good sign. Viewers who have been following the schedule will notice that there's always a big break when the videos get uploaded. That's just because I either forget to edit them and then I leave my apartment for a while and then I'm like, oh fuck, and I don't have the availability to do that, or I just don't have the time because I often have to leave immediately after we do these sessions, or I try to sleep. Which also causes me to sometimes miss them. So it might be a bit wonky, but I hope to get it, kind of find a day that I can always have them uploaded. Until then, it will probably be something like maybe Friday. Yeah, it will probably be Friday, since Thursday I usually have time. Yes, just to keep you guys updated for that. I don't think there's much really to say. Except for, I almost forgot that, very keen viewers will notice that a tiny thing has changed on the layout, and that is a tiny wincy number on each of the character pop-outs, I guess, and that is they leveled up last session. I forgot to say that while we were recording, but yes, after the session they did indeed level up. The level up will officially take an effect once they successfully do a long rest in game. However, for viewers' sake, they are level 10 right now. Which usually means that I do a new intro, but I didn't do one this time. Same reasons as why I'm not able to edit the videos, but I will promise. Maybe, you know what? No, I was saving it for episode number 50 because I will also change the layout then. Man, that's a big promise I'm making. Oh Christ! Oh, why am I? Why am I doing this? Anyways, I said it, so I will do it. I won't promise it though. Okay, enough about me. I talked enough. Let's get into the introductions. And is there something you can say? I mean, how does it feel to be level 10 now compared to your last campaign where you only got to level 6? I mean, level 10 in my campaign is a pretty high achievement. So just, say something about that. Starting off with
Me, of course. I'm Greg, and I'm playing Iric Spanner, the human artificer. Yeah, it's exciting to be level 10. I personally don't get like tons of really cool boons at 10, but it's always fun to get the new things, no matter what they are.
Yeah, I'm Matt. I'm playing Fiera, the wizard. It's always fun leveling up as a wizard because you get new spells, especially 5th level. A lot of choices. Yeah, feels good. It's a step toward the future and building upon the past.
Hi, I'm Skit, and I play Isorel Leafina, the druid cleric. Yeah, up to my druid levels and got some nifty new little things. Especially now, Isorel will be a warcaster, which means I can cast spells as reaction, which is pretty exciting.
And then there's me, Felicia, playing Jade. This level up's pretty fun. Before I was more warlock than anything, and now I'm pretty even. So I'm 5 and 5. I'm excited to see how this progresses for Jade.
Yeah. Especially with all the multi-classing going on here, so it's exciting for me to see which one we're gonna put them. Though I accurately predicted in which classes you would put them, even though I asked you to send it just to confirm, so I don't have to redo the overlay. Yeah, and wizards, of course. Especially the one spell you sent me. I'm like, I actually never seen it being used before, is what I'm noticing now.
I haven't either. I'm looking forward
And
to
I've
it.
just read it, and it's something completely different from what I expected it was going to be. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what? So, yeah, interesting how that's gonna play out. Yeah, not much to say. And so we just jump right into the normal intro, which is the old one, but it shall do for now. Wow. I will do what I promised.
A field with rolling hills. A forest with twisting trees as the wind howls a song of the night's lament. The echoes of screams are carried through the valley, and the tears of those who have lost a loved one falls as rain to the ground, nourishing this blighted land to further extend this cruel reality. A darkness that leaves its trace visible for all to see, as to remind the people who live here what their fate will undeniably be. Death. Demons ravage this land, a manifestation and proof of this unforgivably cruel world. They consume and feed off the despair of their victims, and no one is safe from their corruption. Those who wish to stand up against the fate of this world will bear witness to the despair and cruelty that this land has to offer. Will you be one of them? Will you challenge the curse of a dying land? Will you fight it and overcome it? Or will you fail and be consumed by the corruption of this unfaithful world, and become one of many whose lives have been forgotten and consumed by the blight?
Yes. So the quick recap, you guys still in hell. I've been making a couple of deals with a devil, a draconian looking individual who you have encountered because you tried to sneak up on 3 other adventurers which you found inside of the hellish plains of Avernus. However, things got wrong. Jade got kidnapped. You contacted the 3 adventurers, went with them to try and save them, made a bad deal, kind of snitched them, but kind of things turned around as you then offered your services to one of the devils, kind of making a contract which made you do some of the things he wanted you to do, kind of clean up some of the mess his soldiers made, which was taking care of a hollowified soldier of his, one that was inflicted with demon blight and turned into a demon, and also for giving back Jade's equipment, you would then, if you accomplish your first task, also help the draconian guy who you would know. Oh no, he didn't tell you his name. With kind of getting rid of his overseer so that he can get his promotion and taking his place. However, before we got to that, you did successfully eliminated the hollowed creature, and that's kind of where we left off. Oh, and one little thing that also happened is that during one of your rests and trying to find this hollowed creature, Isorel heard a whisper on the wind while the rest were resting of a familiar but almost forgotten voice of Endel, who was asking where his sister was, just trying to take care of her even after death. Other than that, you've successfully defeated the vile beast, which then, as in typical demonic fashion, just disintegrates into the ether, and nothing, unfortunately, is left behind. Yet you still stand in the kind of scarred landscape of where this battle took place. So what do you guys want to do?
Help, 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 help.
Yeah, I'd be doing something like kind of like patting my arms down.
I said, well, you muted.
Sorry, I thought I had muted here and not there. Anyways, Isorel is going to rush up to her blighted companion and is going to start casting lesser restoration on them, as many as it needs, to at least stop the spread of the blight.
Okay, with whom would you like to start?
I'm gonna start with Jade, because she looks really mangled compared to Eirik, and I look at Eirik and I'm like, give me a minute, I'll get to you, and I'll start working on Jade.
Okay. Actually, make a. What would it be? I guess just a medicine check. Yeah, medicine check.
While she'd be working on me, I would just be like, I'm so sorry you guys have to keep, like, rescuing me and helping me.
Yeah.
As long as you kill the things, I think that's okay.
Yeah. You're kind of looking Eirik, Fiera, yourself, and Jade a little bit over. You can see that Fiera is completely fine. None of the blight has stayed attached to her. She managed to kind of fend it off quite nicely, probably because of the, mage armor that she's adorning has probably been able to ward off most of the blight that tried to get onto her body. However, you can see bits of blight and black substances lingering on your clothing and partially on some of your skin has kind of also started to deteriorate and lose some of their color. But you can see that one most afflicted is actually Jade, as one large portion of her upper left shoulder and upper arm has been heavily inflicted with it. And one thing you can notice specifically is that her eyes twitch always a little bit, and you also notice this, Jade, too, as kind of the adrenaline reaches a low point now. There is not necessarily a whisper in your mind, but a sense of unease and restlessness, and every now and again your neck just shivers as if you've kind of seen a ghost or something, and you kind of just are in a constant state of fear, you could say, as your left hand also just uncontrollably every 5 or 15 seconds or so starts to shiver uncontrollably, and it just becomes extremely distracting. That's what you would also know, Israel. But as you start your healing process, Eirik, you can gauge, is about in the second stage of demonic blight, so you would need 2 lesser restorations and bring him back to normal,
Mm-hmm.
which you
Yep,
can
I'm gonna mark those off.
do. And gauging Jade, but as you kind of go to Eirik and then, you know, cast the spells, you can once again see, you know, the faint glow of your purple magic kind of going over the spots of demonic blight, and slowly but surely you can see the warm skin tones reappear on the spots where the black blight has kind of tangled itself in with you, Eirik, and then you can feel your body feeling back at its normal strength, your mind also being fit again, and the point of exhaustion which you suffered from the blight also disappears.
Oh.
And going to Jade, you would see that she has already reached the 3rd stage of her demonic blight, so you would need 3 restorations to bring her back there to normal.
3.
And same procedure, kind of just heal off the spots. Takes a little bit longer since the spot is quite big, but you manage to cover the surface area. And last but not least, yourself. You also have 2 stages, which would require 2.
1 and 2. And I'm gonna, once I'm done with all of that, I'm gonna sit down and say, I did what I can, but I can't protect us tonight.
I think that's okay.
Yeah, we have the little bit of protection from not being attacked by some of these devils.
Should be enough. Can I inspect the whatever's left of the body of the hollow?
I can try making an investigation check.
Just because I don't want to touch it myself, I have 10 pieces of chalk. I'm just going to use one of those to kind of poke and prod. See if anything's left over.
18. Yeah, as stated before, all demons just kind of disintegrate into nothingness, and the only thing they leave behind are just the traces of demonic blight on the earth and floor. But looking at where you are, the entire region itself, if you remember, is kind of grayed compared to the reddish landscape that the usual terrain of hell was adorned with. But, you know, kind of just looking at where he was standing and where he kind of died, you still see like the remnants of his presence in this spot where his foot was standing on is slightly darker than the rest of the surrounding. However, one thing you do notice is, and this region, as I have described last time, is a little bit cooler than, you know, the rest of hell. You notice that these stones are completely diffuse of magic, or any sort of magic or arcana that you know of. And you know that, you know, the reason why hell is so hot, and you have witnessed that the arcane aura inside of hell's landscape is a lot higher than from where you come from. This place seems to almost be like a scar in this landscape, or a dead spot where this magic has been kind of killed off, or at least some of it. The surface area of this stone where that was kind of came into contact with the presence of the hollow has died out. And you're not quite sure, at least from where you are right now, what you know, if this will actually spread, like in your world. Demonic blight tends to spread a lot.
Right. Well, luckily that's not my problem for the moment. Okay. Well, I think we're all due for a rest after a successful venture. Maybe we just head a bit more north, away from this spot, and then, yeah, I should be able. I think I can summon the tower.
Oh man, if you,
I
if you
can.
can't, okay.
Have a 4th level left. I used a lot, but I have a 4th level in 2 seconds. Perfect.
Oh boy.
I got almost nothing. I can
Yeah.
create fire and that's about it.
Perfect.
Well, yeah, I'm all for moving a little bit away from here, but I don't want to start traveling too much further because we're just gonna get into more trouble.
I really can't do anything else right now.
Understood.
Thank you for saving us.
That's my job. I'm just doing my job.
Is it your job though? I mean, you're. This doesn't seem like a job for anybody, honestly. I appreciate what you're doing, but don't call it your job.
I already lost Arya. I'm not gonna lose someone else.
Yeah, no, I know that, and again, I appreciate that. And as much as I seem to be running away from things, I also don't want to lose you guys. But yeah, there's something about calling what we're doing a job is not sitting right with me. I don't know what it is. It just
I mean, at this point, we're getting paid to do things.
we're not really even getting paid though. Like
Kind of.
we're just out here and
We're getting paid with our life back.
Freedom
yes.
is a good payment.
It might not be what I was expecting to do with my life when I was a kid, or even when I was studying back at the archives, but I am learning a lot, and let's get on the road before I get sappy.
Okay.
Perfect. So we'll head north a bit, not too far, just out of line of sight from the blight, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, after a couple hundred of feet, you leave the kind of grey spot and return to the reddish landscape. Whether that's better or not. And indeed, it does get a little bit hotter. Yeah, and you just kind of return to the kind of rolling, cracked hills of sharp and jagged edges of the normal landscape of the hellish terrain. But yeah, if you wish to just find a quick spot you can hunker down, you can make a survival check. You just kind of find a suitable spot. Anyone who wishes to helm this can do it.
Thank you.
A 12. Yeah. Probably since you're also exhausted and you don't want to spend too much time just kind of lingering about trying to find the perfect spot, Jade, you could kind of stumble across one of the, a place where you have often kind of rested down, which is just two cliff sides that are kind of covering you, where you can put a tower against. One side is completely open, however it's facing towards the Black Desert. Anything from there could potentially see you, however you are somewhat protected visually from the entire rest of the area. It's the best you can ask for such a short amount of time, and I think anyone in your position would kind of be glad to take it.
Perfect. I will summon the Tower of Weird. It will be 3 stories.
Your mic is really weird now.
Yeah,
Oh, that better? First? Same?
That's same.
the
The
same.
same.
It's a bit robo-y.
Yeah, it got like staticky and
Robo.
That's weird. I don't know.
Oh, it's
that's better.
That's better.
yeah.
Okay, I won't touch anything. No touching. Yes, Tower of Weird comes up.
Okay. Yep. Constructed out of the rocks of the terrain, and well, after 10 minutes of casting the spell, it then appears there. Safely and sound, for now at least, against the two cliff sides.
So, Jack, I just want to clarify something about the cannon.
Yes.
When it got hit, it disappeared. It went to 0 hit points.
Yes.
So, by the description, it says the cannon disappears, but it doesn't say anything about getting it back. Like, do I just cast Mending on it normally and regain hit points, or do I have to like do something different to make it a cannon again?
Oh no.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, you basically, so you can use it once per long rest, and during that long rest, what you're doing is either kind of quote unquote recharging it or refueling it, or repairing it or reconstructing it after it got damaged. Like, you know how to do this cannon. The long rest is basically there for you to kind of rebuild it again. So yeah, you
Okay,
can.
so it's no extra like
No.
checks made or anything.
Exactly.
All right.
No, you can just make it.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. So yeah, you construct the tower, and you can all probably step inside and chillax for a bit. And for the very vibe, I'll just ask you, I presume you all are wishing to make a long rest.
Before we do, before we go to sleep, can I go up to the observatory and just take a look at the bone to see, like, has it changed at all since we've, stuck it into the tower? Like, is
That's
it
in the
changing,
treasury.
or wherever it is? Yeah. Can we see, like, is the
Which-
heat changing?
I
Oh,
did that in the treasury.
Oh, damn it!
Sorry.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, if you gave me warning, I could replace the bath with it.
No,
If while
it's
I'm
fine.
constructing the tower, okay.
that answers your question.
Oh wait,
Okay. Well, anyone else? Or what is your, I guess just what is your plan for your long rest?
I'd probably talk to Izero for at least a little bit, and just again say thank you so much for saving me. I know we haven't known each other that long, and your group's been together for a really long time, and you don't owe me this loyalty, but you're showing it, and I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you joining us and helping us on this weird journey that we're on. And to be completely honest with you, we haven't known each other that long. It's been what, a month or two? Something like that. Except maybe Arya, which I know I've mentioned a lot. But yeah, we formed quite the tight-knit group in that little bit of time, and as much as I miss my best friend, I'm glad you're here. You're fitting well with us.
I try. I mean, most I do is just hit things.
Well,
But I do look forward to getting to know you guys better.
I think you protected us well today. And did I see the shadowy thing, or was I down when that happened?
I'm pretty sure you saw it.
I think you were in bear form, but you were there.
Yeah.
Okay. That shadow thing that came out of you, is that part of who you are?
Kinda, yeah. kind of hard to explain, but it kind of comes from my ancestors.
Well, maybe when we're out of here and we're back into our own reality, we can talk a little bit more about ourselves and get to know each other a little better on a personal level rather than just as coworkers, you know?
I'd like that, just no, it's kind of hard for me to open up a little bit about past stuff. As I just kind of like shift uncomfortably.
Well, I'm often told that I talk too much. But I'm starting to understand why the past may be difficult to talk about. I still can't accept that when I talk about the person that was the most important to me, I have to talk about her in the past.
I can understand that. Losing people that you care about is the hardest thing that anyone could ever go through.
I was raised in comfort and I had everything I needed and even more. I had never experienced loss before.
I don't wish it upon anyone. I've experienced my fair share of loss and then some.
Well, thank you for being here.
You're welcome, and thank you again for rescuing me when I needed it, and continuing to show kindness.
I try my best.
Do you want to take first watch, or do you want me to?
I like to take first watch, if you don't mind. I have a lot of thinking.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Sleep well.
You too.
Up to the observatories.
Okay. Funny to hear two elves say good sleep, even though both of them don't sleep. Got accustomed to the human language. Yeah, then if you do first watch Asura, you can do a perception check.
Yes.
I thought I was taking first watch and you were going to sleep.
Nope.
Oh.
I said I
okay.
want to have first watch because I have a lot of thinking to do.
Oh.
Oh, I would have
Well, I'll
listened.
sleep up on the roof. It's okay.
You both go up at the same time.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's that awkward thing when you're like saying goodbye to
Yeah.
someone and you start walking in the same direction and you're like, yeah, bye, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A16. Well, before I go over that, anything else anyone else would like to do? Everyone is kind of chilling the bones. Eric is scratching his head.
Yeah, I mean, I've got things on my mind, but I'm not gonna start that right now.
Okay. Then, for the first 4 hours, as you are on the observatory, Isol, keeping an eye out. Probably just from the vantage point where you are, you can't see that much of the, like I said, hellish landscape itself, since you are hiding behind two cliff sides, but you have a pretty decent view over the Black Desert. And if any threat were to come, it would probably be from that direction or from above you. So that is where your focus is currently holding up. Here and there again, you can see like a scout troop of, you know, the kind of draconian soldiers that you know of, but they don't seem to mind you or not be able to see you. They just kind of fly over you and pass. However, in about like 2 hours of your rest, and if there's anything you would like to do other than this, look, please do let me know. But in about like around 2 hours during your kind of sit and watching there, scanning the fairly flat horizon of the Black Desert, you can see a tiny, how should we describe it? Something that kind of just pokes out, I guess. Like a very thin thing. You can't see any details to make out what it is, but in the desert, something in a very far distance kind of just pokes out. And that's the only thing that happens in the first 2 hours. Is there anything you would like to do after you notice that, because you can react?
I'm gonna keep scanning around, but I definitely want to keep like a closer eye on that thing. I don't want to react too quick, but I definitely want to keep an eye on it because it kind of caught my eye, so I want to make sure like that it's nothing dangerous coming for us.
Yeah. Then I will allow you to make another perception check, just because your focus has kind of shifted a bit.
Yes.
I do Arcane Aura 17.
Okay. Keep track of that.
I do the spell slots.
Yeah, 11. Hard to see. Like I said, it's very, very far away. You aren't able to make any more details. And from the heat of the hellish plains, although there's no real heat coming or emanating from the desert itself, or at least doesn't seem like it, still from the place where you are, you can see, you know, the kind of mirages that are being caused by the heat waves that kind of distort your view a bit, that just kind of make it really hard for you to focus on this object or thing. It is, at your best guess, couple of miles away. However, after like 2.5 hours, so half an hour after you've noticed it, it disappears out of your sight. After one of the mirages kind of swings over, it just kind of vanishes out of sight and you don't see it anymore. And for the next 1.5 hours after it's disappearing, nothing happens. And you seem to have passed the first 4 hours undetected and unnoticed. And you can go get Jade if you wish to do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna scooch over to her and just nicely wake her up. And then I'll get to my meditating spot, also on the roof, but a little further to leave her some space. And before I actually do fall asleep, I will pray to Servalon again.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a straight wisdom check.
No.
It's a 7. Man, it's been very consistent here in hell that these lows walls are so low.
Yep.
Yeah. Once again, this is just not a place for you to concentrate on him. And maybe it's even not just this place. Maybe that's you're realizing, and that's probably something you think about, that might have been an excuse you've been telling yourself, that the connection has been weak, but maybe just your faith in him has kind of weakened over the last few days that you've spent your time here, especially after your recent discoveries, kind of adding conflicting knowledge of them or him, that is making you doubt your own faith in him, and that's probably something your mind is struggling to grasp at this current moment. And what would probably help to ease your mind is the nature where you usually have the connection with him. Definitely not in this place you are right now. And so kind of
And
yeah.
Yeah, and probably also like my first official brush with death kind of on the back of my mind as well.
Yeah. Rooting you back and reminding you of your own mortality is definitely something that
Yeah.
can make one a bit traumatized for a while.
So after failing to connect with Servalon, I'm just gonna say a quick soft prayer to Arya, wishing her well, and then I'll go to sleep.
Okay. Then Jade, for your watch, you can make a perception check.
So before I roll that, so while I was in my trance, I had like my sketchbook out, and I was just drawing like a scene of my past, when my village was destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so I don't know if you want to see if Heuser sees it or not, but that's what I was drawing when she came by.
I'd say Isra has a pretty high passive perception, so she probably would have had a quick glance, but wasn't Isra would have reacted. Only she can say.
I probably would not react and kind of remember the conversation we had and kind of leave it for a later time.
That is a 23. Yes, you kind of stand there. Now actually being invigorated, since you are the only one who got the long rest. You can feel a strong connection within yourself. You as a warrior, and especially since the last fight has really tested your abilities. Not too much, you haven't overstrained yourself, but it wasn't, not too little, but kind of just the right moment that you feel a small surge of strength inside of you, especially after calling one of your ancestors up to aid you in your battle, which kind of reminds you of, the past life you've experienced and probably some of the wisdoms that your father left you with, that no matter where you are or what you're doing, that as long as you are deeply connected with your ancestors, they will always try and aid you. And the last fight was a prime example and kind of evidence for this statement, and holds true that even though you've traveled into hell, you can still access the help of your ancestors, which kind of roots you even more stronger with them, knowing that you're so far away from a place that you would call home, but you're still somehow connected with where you came from. And this connection that you have now witnessed and firmly established has allowed you to kind of see a bit further in the capabilities that you are able of, and you are now realizing what the mistress has told you, that only through going out and seeing and experiencing the world will you be able to grow as an individual. And you can feel this strength inside of you that is being harnessed with these new experiences that you have gained. And you can also just notice it in that your focus has increased a tiny bit after that. And while you're scanning the horizon, it's not necessarily something that you see hear, smell, or taste, there is a odd sensation that you get after staring for a longer time, focused on this black desert. It's like if you look at something for an extended period of time where, you know, there are like black dots just start to appear because your eyes kind of just, how should we call it? Like the way we just forget that we have our nose, even though we can always see our nose, but our mind just brushes it off. Same thing happens if you just stare at one point. The horizons or edges of your vision just kind of fade to black. Something similar happens while you're looking at the horizon of the black desert, but not in the sense that, you know, your vision disappears, but you are looking almost as if that's the edge of the world, in the sense that there is nothing beyond that. You're literally looking at an edge. So same as when you focus on something, that the edge of your view just disappears, you're looking at this, and the edge of what you know this plane or existence is just disappears. You get this very ominous feeling that hides behind the horizon of this black desert. But after the 4 hours, nothing happens. And you all successively gain a long rest.
Spells updated as well.
Oh my goodness. I have HP now.
So, what's the plan?
First thing in the morning.
Oh boy, your
No.
mic.
Oh, boy. What is it doing?
It's being staticky and
Jeez. I can put my other one back on, I suppose. I don't know why it's doing that.
No,
You're still.
like we can't
not good.
understand what. Okay.
It just sounded like a bad drive-through attendant.
Pretty fine.
Yep. Yep. They probably use the same headphones.
Hold.
Yeah, going to hold for a quick
Oh.
moment.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, it's much
Still
better.
bad?
Yeah, no, it's much
Much
better.
better?
Yep.
Weird. I'll have to. Yeah, I guess I didn't really have a chance to test it, but here we are. Yeah, so first thing in the morning, Pierre's gonna go to observatory. And I'm gonna kind of take out all the stuff I currently have to kind of take stock of my supplies. So things I would take out kind of in front of me are my amulets, my Lichness amulet. The ring I found from those runes that belong to the Legionnaire of Af. The badge I got from Cinnifer. My fancy ink pen. And my 2 fine brushes. I also put out 2 pearls that I have, 3 diamonds, my scribing supplies, and my ink for teleportation. And I kind of just lay it all in front of me so I can kind of take stock and realize how low on supplies I am. I would also have a flask that's empty that used to have the holy water, because now I'm out of holy water.
Oh, it's a good thing I have a couple holy water.
Good. Oh, and potion of healing I have. And then I would call to, I guess, everyone. Can everybody come up here? We should probably plan a bit before we move forward. quick team meeting.
Yep.
Yep. No worries.
Wonderful. Israel, I did use your potion because I wasn't sure if I'd have to get anybody else up, so you can actually have mine. And I kind of
Oh.
scooted over to you.
It's very generous of you.
Sure. You seem to, well, taking hits more than I am at the moment.
And I can usually heal you.
Yeah, exactly. But it's good for you to have an emergency, I think.
Yeah, and thank you for saving me yesterday, by the
Oh.
way.
I wish I could have prevented it, but I don't think any of us knew it would spew whatever it spewed on us. Also, I've been thinking about the thing you're carrying that I've been, keeping an aura on to prevent from people looking in on it. I kind of look at Jade too. It might be time to revisit it.
Revisit it?
Well, it's something that should probably be used at a proper time. And I'm kind of worried about at least my resources.
Okay.
And since you're traveling with us, Jade, you've brought things up before about what attacked you.
Yes. I have. And I just kind of like start shifting uncomfortably.
I also shift uncomfortably.
Do you have questions about it, or I'm not understanding?
Well, so we actually had this talk, the three of us at least, and some other people, about chrysalises, their uses. They can be used to make farms and fresh water, build buildings, but they can also be used to hurt people, creating fires and destruction.
And I start shifting uncomfortably.
It was this whole talk. Essentially, things can be used with multiple purposes. They aren't inherently bad. I would think most of us think that it's whoever uses them can kind of determine its purpose or right or wrong. But would you agree?
To a point, yes.
Point. A weapon's another example. You can use it to hurt somebody or protect somebody, or never even have to use it. It can be sheathed.
Why do I feel like this is going back to the bone that you have?
I guess you're not too far off. So, Izarel, would you mind taking the scroll out?
Oh god.
Isarel kind of shifts around and takes out a little scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Just holds it in her hands like this, and she's like, we came across this, and I think I quickly mentioned to you that I had it in my possession. This is the thing that could allow me to summon a dragon spirit.
I just kind of like quickly back up to where my back is against the wall. And I have the most frightened expression on my face and absolute just like horror.
I will put it back into my backpack somewhere. I did promise you that I would not use it until we all agreed that it was time to use it. And that does include you in this deal, Jade. I can see that you look absolutely terrified right now. But I want to be honest with you.
Let's see, how would I respond? I understand and I appreciate it. It's just, and then I just like clench my eyes and like shake my head. I trust with your good intentions, it would not be used for malicious means. But I fear that if that falls into the wrong hands, it would be catastrophic.
I think we definitely agree, which is why we've been keeping it pretty protected.
Yes. Which is
But
also... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we're getting in more dangerous situations, so it might be better to use it if it looks like we're going to fall. We're supposed to attack this person's, essentially a rank above him. That might be a good time to use it.
If there is a place where I feel it would be the quote-unquote best place to use it, it would be here. Because we're not unleashing that thing on a city or a village or anything. Like, anything here could, like, except us, anything could die here, and I would not give a flying thing about it.
I understand that, and I appreciate your explaining this to me, but I cannot promise that I will not react when it is released. Even if it is to help us, I can't promise that I won't react fearful.
Of course. I think the best thing I can do then is to, at the very least, promise you to warn you if I am to use it, so that you, at the best you can, prepare yourself for it. I would never forgive myself if I scared you into a dangerous situation because I popped that thing out and, basically I don't want to put you in danger because of it.
I appreciate that. And excuse me, I need to step away. And then I just like start making my way downstairs.
That went about as I expected.
I know I'm not good at insight checks, but can I insight check Jade to see if the panic and the fear is like, how do I explain that? Is it shit, never mind.
No, I'm curious. Like, what are you?
No, I can't. I don't. There's something in my head that I can't formulate the thought properly.
If it's genuine,
No, I know it seems like it's genuine, but the type of genuine, like, I don't know how to explain this. My brain is thinking too quickly right now.
I'll see Irish probably doing the same.
Yeah.
Is Ira trying to see if it's like amplified fear, or if it's like a deep-rooted fear?
Irrational.
Yeah, I'm not committed enough to go through it. Never mind. So forgive me. I'm really role playing Iric's wisdom right now.
Yeah.
It's there. The intelligence is high, but it's not.
Well, yeah, I start gathering up all my stuff around you guys. And I don't know if I actually can ISRL, but if we ever need to, I probably could put it in my book. But I think you'd probably control it better than me. Mostly because I can't speak its language, I assume.
If I go down, pick it up. Until then, I'll keep it safe.
That's very fair. Okay, let's go have another talk.
Yikes. You still have the tongues thing you can.
I have that prepared. I could put that on you as well. That'd probably help. I think I could put it on others. I will have to double check.
I was really just making sure we weren't going to like walk up there and be like, "Oh shit, we can't talk to them."
I can
Ezra
speak
always
to
can.
them. Yeah.
Yes, I can also put it on you and I. So yeah, I'll dismiss the hour, and I suppose we head off.
Okay. Then yeah, you will just have to find your way back, which is fairly easy enough since kind of went here in the first place. Any precautions you would like to do while you're on your way back, or are you just kind of trying to get back as fast as possible? Or what's your procedure?
Don't think so.
I think it's just as fast as we can go.
Yep. Yeah, and I won't cast tongues until we're close.
Okay. It will take you about at least a couple of hours to get there, since that is how long it took to get there. So you might have to have like a short rest in between while you're traveling there. I would just, whoever wants to can make a survival check whose helm encounters this adventure, and just see how long it will take for you to go there and whether or not you will stumble upon anything.
Oh,
Dang, 26.
Of course.
And someone can also want me at the 100 because you still are.
I did them last time.
All right, I'll do it.
That is a 20.
Oh man, that's scary. It's a 1 in 5 chance. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So you start going back, and I swear you have clearly memorized the path of walking there. Plus, actually, you would even would have had advantage, but I would tell you you are successful in doing so anyway, since you have a improved map thanks to Fiera. And so with the help of the map, it is quite easy to navigate this terrain. You know, just stay decently close to the river, not too close to feel its effects, and soon enough you will kind of get there. And it actually goes by a lot quicker since you're not, actively trying to scout or look for something. You just know once you see the old ruins and the tower again, and as it doesn't move, you will be fine. And so in about like 6 hours of just straight travel, taking the safest routes, kind of similar routes that you took to get there in the first place, you make it back, and you can already see that there are a few draconian soldiers that are flying above your heads, but they don't seem to have noticed you, since with that 26 you're still kind of keeping your low profile. And like I said, after those 6 hours you do arrive at the foot of the cliff where this tower stands at, and you can decide whether or not you want to make a big entrance or if you want to, kind of sneak in back again. That is completely up to you to decide.
I don't have any fireworks.
I mean, I probably can make something along the lines of fireworks, but I don't think it would be appropriate.
I mean, I can actually make fireworks. But
Okay. I'm liking it. Or we could just walk up. That's always an option too.
Before we walk up, I would choose. I'm gonna cast Aid on Vera, Izrael, and Eirik.
8 hours, please.
So your HP increases by 5.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, up the tongues on myself. Oof. Jade, you can't speak their language either, right?
No.
Oh, that's low spell slots.
I also, when I was kind of unconscious last time, but just as a reminder, Eirik wasn't there when we walked in.
Yeah, let's just.
Just thought
We
I'd
make a
remind
big
you.
deal about it. Yep. I'm hoping they don't make a big deal of it. After all, we just did them a favor.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything, because if I show that I have even some knowledge about what you guys have gone through with them already, that's probably not good.
Perfect. Then both of I and Azrael can.
Your
Other
mic's
question?
messed up again.
Oh my god.
it's technical difficulties, at least, a couple times in the game.
Yeah. It's relatively minor this time around.
It's rare. It's correctly.
No. Timeout.
Quick. Sure. Hopefully that shouldn't take too long. Just reconnecting the headphones. I guess. Oh, I'll just pause it.
Oh man.
Okay, we're back.
We're just gonna start seeing like smoke coming
Yeah.
up from underneath.
I hope not.
I mean, that is the ultimate hell experience.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's pray that doesn't happen, and we'll continue on. So what is your guys' procedure?
To get a story straight, if they ask where I come from, what am I saying?
Well, you don't
No.
understand them, so you just stare at them blankly and you don't say anything.
Smart. Good call.
So yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty simple. We just say, we found you traveling. You were here for the same reasons we are, so you joined us.
Done.
Keep it simple.
Short, sweet, straight to the point.
Perfect. Well, let's go say hello.
Okay. Have you already casted tongues on yourself, right?
Tongues is on myself. Nobody else.
Yep. And then you start to approach the tower once again, and as soon as you kind of make your entrance, see a couple of the white draconian soldiers perch up against some of the broken roofs, the walls of the ruins. They don't accompany you like the last time I heard you, they just keep their distance and keep my eye on you guys. And they don't seem to be like as hostile as the first time you have met them. They seem to be decently relaxed in your presence now, so you feel somewhat comfortable. And once again, you kind of cross over the bridge that is broken, and you have to jump over the two holes that are inside of it, and at once, or at last, back inside of the tower in which Jade was kept. The difference now is there are 2 white draconian soldiers and then the 1 black one, which you know is their current leader. However, the 3 adventurers aren't inside of the tower anymore. They were relocated somewhere else or eaten or whatever they have done with them. Yeah, and you can see the black draconian soldier kind of look at you, his eyes widen in anticipation, and he says, "It seems as though you have returned successful at that too."
Yes. It seems you picked the right group. We dealt with the hollowed one. Well, made sure we weren't blighted as well, then made our return.
I must say, I am rather impressed by your actions that you have done, and the accomplishment of defeating a hollow and returning unscathed. And to my surprise, you not only have not lost a member, but gained one, it seems.
I look back at Eirik. Well, not wrong. Seems there's more, as you put it, unchained ones, and his goals aligned with ours, and he could use an ally, as, well, it's better to go as a group in here.
Make a deception check.
Since I can't understand him, I can't give him guidance, can I?
No, and I don't know if you want to cast a spell right in front of them.
Yeah, that's why I'm not doing anything as well.
True.
Okay, a 13. He kind of looks at you with squinting eyes.
Very well. More allies shall help us in our future endeavor as well. I must say, if this relationship keeps up, I don't mind having you as an acquaintance. You all seem rather useful.
Well, that's a great compliment from you.
Well, as you have proven yourself, and you wish to know my name, I think it is befitting as a form of trust from my side. I don't mind revealing part of it at least. My name is Felgal Erox.
Which I will write.
Sure.
Please?
Sounds
With
like there's
a-
like 12 apostrophes in there.
It really does.
You'd be surprised that there's only one apostrophe.
Oh.
It sounded far more complicated than it is.
Yep, the draconian pronunciation is, of course, a little bit more sophisticated than the actual spelling. And he says,
How about your names then?
Well, that's quite fair. The pleasure's mine, and I'll kind of give a bow. I am Chronomancer Fira Krum.
I am Druid of Servalon, Isorel.
you actually can see him, what's it called? Kind of snout a bit as you mention Servalon. He kind of goes,
Oh, do you need theirs as well? They can't speak your language,
They
unfortunately.
don't understand us right now.
well, as you say your name, it is in common because there's no
Yeah.
draconian translation of your name.
Yeah.
Jade?
I
Uh,
kind of nudge. And then in comments, just tell them your first name.
Iric?
Well, it is my pleasure to greet you. Though I must say I'm a bit surprised to find that Servalon still holds his influence over your part of the world.
I had to search for a long time to find him, or at least find about him. And I have to say a lot of it was due to pure luck, because everything about the old gods is either forgotten, forbidden, or hidden.
This surprises me to hear. Usually the gods like to boast about their names. But it seems as though things have changed since the last time we set a foot on your plane.
You could say so. The popular belief is that all of the old gods are either dead or abandoned us, and that only the creator remains.
He kind of squints his eyes a little bit.
The creator. Which of the four remains then?
I kind of look to Fiera.
I look to you. Because from when I was taught, there was one creator, right?
Yeah,
But
one.
then I've been, yeah. But I have been told differently, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. We only call him the creator. He doesn't have like another name that I'm aware of.
As far as I'm aware of, the Holy Lichnius only mentions one creator, so I was not aware that there were four.
Times truly have then changed quite a lot. Very well. This explains a shift in the weave then.
My eyes perk up immediately.
I was wondering why the presence has grown so much weaker here. I can smell. Yes. Opportunities. Very well then. I thank you for this information. However, I think we have more important matters to discuss, don't we?
Of course. You are indeed headed for a promotion. However, did you send the others on a task as well? Where are they?
No. Right now, I prefer to keep them sleeping. I don't think I will gamble with them the same way I have done with you. They are insurance.
Oh, very well. I suppose you have a plan?
Yes. Quite simple, actually. My superior officer, his name is called Volkamolgoth.
Which I shall also gladly write.
But it's so easy to understand, Jack. Why?
Yeah, why? If anyone spells this correctly, I will give them a legendary item. Right now.
I already forgot what you said.
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot that. I was writing something else and forgot the name.
Okay,
Yeah, I didn't even hear the name.
okay, I will say it once again. This Volgamolgoth. But everything has to be correct, including the apostrophes.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
I'm giving it a try.
Yeah. I did it. I'm done.
See, people, this is how I can exactly
My
play.
brain can't even comprehend what you're like.
Oh my god, I was so far from it.
That's mine.
Well,
That's my
this
guess.
is
Yeah, I haven't even showed it yet.
mine was actually really close to Fierre's.
I'm doing this.
Okay, okay. Only Jade.
Oof.
Jade. I would say
Wow.
none of you got it right. However, Greg got surprisingly close.
Really?
Yeah, the
Wow.
closest one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you almost got there.
Wow.
Like, if you combine all of them, you would kind of the all cost of all kind of.
Holy
But
shit.
you
I
almost
got
got
the cost right.
yeah, you got the
though.
cost right.
Yeah, that was the first thing I wrote down on my paper when you like said the name. I was like, it's gotta be KOTH. It's gotta be something.
Ah, close. Oh, close.
I'm shocked. I am.
Yeah, sometimes.
Can he get like he's gotta get something for getting that close?
He deserves inspiration for that.
You know what? Sure, you can get an inspiration.
I already have an inspiration.
Ah, well, that's too
Aw.
bad. Yeah, no participation.
Can I give my inspiration to someone else and get another inspiration?
You know what? Yeah, fair enough. You can give
Okay.
your inspiration to someone else.
Not me though, because I don't have the thing.
Exactly,
I-
except Jade.
And I roll a d4. 1 to 2 is Fiera. 3 to 4 is Isorel.
Yay.
I so
Give it to the healer. That's fair.
Yep, the healer gets it. Okay, well, there will be plenty of opportunities where I will do this game again. Getting back into it. Oh, fuck, I lost my train of thought. He says, "He is a prideful bastard, but I'm sure he will be more than happy if I tell him that I have brought 4 fresh new souls for him, alive, that he can collect. So I will bring you to him. However, I shall accompany you. We shall raid his tower. We shall gain entrance without much problems. And as soon as we get inside, and he feels comfortable and reassured, we will strike him as soon. Because I'm forgetting words. As soon as he tries to take you in, the soldiers outside will be taken care of my men. So we will only have to worry about his personal guards and himself."
I'm gonna say it. I probably should have prepped for knowledge, but that's fine. Is he making up a story to make us walk into somebody's lair and just hand us over and screw us?
Make an instant check.
Is he fibbing? Okay, that's good
That
for me.
is a 14. I will now roll either persuasion or deception check. Yeah, looking at him, he seems to be saying the truth, as far as you can tell. Like, what he's saying is legit. You would also think, like, your contract kind of says that you will help him in his promotion. However, it never was specified how you're helping him. So technically, yes, if he would hand you over to a superior officer who could technically give him the promotion, then yeah. But he seems to be, at least his hatred towards his overseer seems pretty legit from what you can tell. And your mic is doing more funky shit again.
And I got handed the best snack in the world.
Popcorn. Man, I wish I had popcorn. Wait, no, I can't eat. I'm the DM. Dang it! That's the true curse of a DM, is that you can't eat. Well, you can, but...
Okay. Is the on and off button work?
Yep.
Fix it?
Yep.
Okay. Weird, I don't know. Anywho, I guess that sounds like a fair idea. It's easier to attack a handful than all of it. I guess my only question is, he is your superior, so how do we know that you'll be of use fighting him? Would you be opening to showing us your strength?
Make a... I guess a persuasion check.
Eleven.
He kind of just frowns at you and says,
You are in no position to doubt my abilities. I would not go against my superior officer if I would not know how to fight.
Is he armored? Does he have weapons?
yeah, he seems to be not necessarily armored. None of the Draconian social armor. They just have, natural scales covering them. But he does have a scimitar that's kind of sheathed behind his back.
Shield?
Nope, no shield.
Okay. I'll look to Israel. Well, I guess, do you have any questions? No. It'd be hard to think of a better plan.
I don't think. Trying to think. I would probably, first of all, kind of give a quick rundown of the conversation we just had to the other two that are not understanding what's going on, so at least they know what has been asked of us. Well, I am someone who, and I say this in Draconic so that the guy, Felcal, understands what I'm saying, and I say, I am someone that bases my power on spells of different nature, is there a nature I should avoid when preparing myself? Basically, I'm asking him if he's immune to, like, fire or radiant or something. You know how Isarel uses mostly fire,
Okay,
and I don't want to. I
okay.
don't want to fight fire with fire.
Yeah, okay,
Again.
okay. I was just confused by the wording because you used nature. I was like, wait, what? Nature? Like vines, twigs, branches?
No.
He also seems confused at first, but then he gets it because an invisible voice inside of his head clarifies it, and he says,
It is unwise in general to use fire, as all denizens in this plane are resistant to it, unless you can wield infernal flames, for they negate any resistance or immunities, though I highly doubt that unchained souls have the knowledge to wield such flames.
No, unfortunately, I'm not that good of a magic user to do that. But we do use a lot of firepower in our plane, just because it is one of the most efficient ways against regular demons. And since we realized here that it seems to not do a lot of damage, I wanted to make sure it was also the case here, so that I don't walk in there with only firepower.
The other thing to avoid is poison. This too shall now have no effect to what come. And one last thing. He is quite proficient in the arcane arts, which is why I wish to close him off in his tower. He is weak and incapable once you close a distance. That is how we shall overpower him.
Him mentioning that, I'm actually going to take out my spellbook in front of him.
mm-hmm.
Kind of rapidly go to a page. Okay, I think that's doable. When do you want this to happen? Personally, I'd like a few hours to prepare for going against an Arcanist.
Very well, you shall prepare. I myself need some time to send the inquiry to him. So, how about we say one passing of the green moon?
I have not been paying attention. I'm going to assume that's more than at least 8 hours. That sounds very fair. Are we good to stay here?
Sure. Make yourselves at home.
Wonderful.
Now, I shall leave you to your preparations. I myself have some things I must prepare too. We shall meet here in my tower again after the green moon has passed once.
Very well. Would I be able to check on those 3 to make sure they're still alive?
Make a persuasion check.
Alright, come on. More than a little bit.
Oh!
He's starting to like me a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
yeah, he actually does. He's like,
Getting used to my questioning everything.
he's like, good. Be well. You may visit them. I'll let one of my soldiers bring you to them. And then he just kind of snaps one of his guys who then...
I grab onto Isorel's arm because I have no idea what's going on.
Well, you do still understand everything that Fiera is saying.
Yeah.
And
Here,
That's about 3.
you are a robo
Your
again.
mic is.
It's like every 10 minutes.
sometimes wired's like the best way to go.
Yeah, I
Yep.
agree. And that wire is...
Okay, I guess old is better.
Hey.
Yeah. And to be fair, actually this mic quality is, I think, much better than the other one.
Yeah.
It really is.
Driver missing? I don't know. I'll test it out later.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And the kind of Felkal just says, alright then. I shall be on my way. And then he just flies off with 2 of his soldiers. The one left behind to you. And just says, follow me. And then just kind of leads the way.
All of us.
Whoever wishes to join him.
I can check on them on my own if you want. Unless you all want to come with.
Fiera's going to go check in on the 3 people that I kind of sold to them, so I kind of maybe don't want to face them.
I can do that on my own. That's fine.
Don't necessarily want you to go by yourself. I feel like that's unwise, so I'll go with you. I don't know these people, so there's no complications of them seeing me.
Are they gonna be mad? They're gonna be mad.
They're unconscious. I'm pretty sure they're magically put under a spell.
Probably whatever they did to me.
Exactly.
Okay, be safe.
Yep, we'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of just follow in his footsteps. Kind of go back down. Not down. Across the bridge. Kind of leads you over a longer path. And now you can see more of the interior structure of this small, quote-unquote, settlement that has fallen to ruin. Kind of climbing down a small cliff plateau that sits beneath the kind of island structure where the tower sits on, kind of where the tower itself is isolated from the surrounding structures. And there's a small circular ruin, circular in that it's kind of a mini tower, not nearly as big as the main tower that's in the center of this ruin, where you can see 3 Draconian soldiers kind of just chilling out and hanging out there. And then on one of the walls, kind of chained up to it, are the 3 limp bodies. And as you have predicted correctly, they all seem to be unconscious, just lying there with dried blood over the forehead.
I kind of gesture to them, to the fellow that escort us. Can I check their pulse, make sure they're breathing?
They kind of look towards the one guiding you, and he just kind of nods. Right then. And they just kind of step aside.
Yeah, I'll roll up my sleeves and just check all three of them very openly, that I'm just making sure they're alive, breathing, not on death's door.
Yeah. Can make a quick medicine check.
2 uses of medicine in the same episode.
Yeah, coming in quite handy. 17. Yeah, they all definitely seem to be alive, though in a very deep, well, kind of coma state. So really unconscious, knocked out. Like you could probably slap them and they wouldn't even be able to wake up. Yeah, and you might suspect that there might be some sort of magical influence keeping them that way. Though from the outside it doesn't seem to be anything, and also their physical state is, very damaged. So even if they were to wake up, they probably would feel like shit. You can see like still open wounds that they have probably sustained from when they were brought here, and they weren't healed from them.
Probably easier to keep them under if they're not their best self.
Most likely.
Okay. Do they have their belongings on them?
No. They also have been stripped.
Are they around the room?
Doesn't seem like, at least not in the open space where you're currently inside of.
Ooh, do I want to mean? Yeah. I'll look over to the fellow. All right, they seem okay. Now this one, I'll point to the I believe it was an elf. I have her name somewhere. The elven caster. She had a belonging of mine, actually. Something that can help us in the upcoming fray. I just need that, and the rest is yours, really. Do you mind if I grab it?
Deception check.
All the skills I'm bad at, I'm rolling. I love it. Except for persuasion. Come on, they like me. Okay.
15. Kind of looks you over and he says, my orders were to let you check if they're alive. Unfortunately, that is as far as I shall allow you to go.
Well, that is fair. But you deal in favors, if I remember right. And by helping me help your boss succeed in the upcoming battle, well, that's a favor that he would owe you.
Unfortunately, I am not allowed to make any contracts without the permission of my boss yet. You can talk to Felkal once he's back. He may allow you to do that.
Well, I think that's... Well, it is what it is. So be it. Looks like they're fine.
Then be on your way, then. And he just kind of steps aside.
Alright, let's go, Jade. I think they'll be okay while we go do our fray.
And I just kind of gesture after you.
And I guess you would then just kind of return back to the tower where Eric and Isorel are, and that is also where we're gonna take a quick break. And almost at the 2 hour mark. And you can then decide what you want to do after. So, we're gonna see you guys in a quick sec. Bye. And we're back. So, you guys kind of meet up back on the bridge. I've been given time to prepare after the passing of the green moon. So, what would you guys like to do in that time?
Freak out.
Panic.
How long is that exactly?
Have we seen a green moon?
There's 2 moons.
3, actually.
3 moons, yeah.
You have
Okay, so I just hadn't paid attention. I'm sorry.
which is ironic because I think you were the only one who actually saw them.
Oh, during the
Yeah, during the
The ascension.
transference. Exactly.
No, I saw it.
yeah, she was also awake during the ascension.
No. So
I-
during the ascension, the 2 awake were Eric and Iso, and they saw 7 moons on the outside. However, when you landed on ground and you did your scout,
Oh.
Eric, you once rolled extremely high, and you could see
That's
3 moons in the sky. One was a red, a green, and a brown one.
Right.
Okay. Well, I need a few hours to prepare because I wasn't ready to face an Arcanist today. But yeah, what do you all think of the plan? He's gonna walk us into the stronghold to its commander with his honor guard, and we'll just take it out.
Right. So
Easy peasy like that.
I mean, I say we did a good thing with our last fight of actually like literally preparing for the fight. So
Yep.
if we do that again, what given what we have, what can we actually do that might be effective?
Thank you. Well, it sounds like their commander is someone who dabbles in arcane. I just plan to prepare all my countermeasures. Can't really do anything beforehand. But I did learn a new trick. Took some practice. But for one of you, I can actually borrow over a spell of mine that you can have.
That's handy.
It can be. So it depends what we all think would be handy for multiple people to have. It can be
As in-
defensive, offensive.
As in, we get like, is it one of these like we can cast it once deals?
Yes. I mean, I could just show you. I could do it multiple times, so it's probably fine. Sure. Then I'll begin to cast Fly like I have. But at the moment I finish casting, it's almost like everything around us freezes for a moment. And then there's almost like a sucking sound as all the energy gets placed into the palm of my hand. I open it up, and there's a black bead. And then I give it to you, Eric. So basically, I froze the spell, and when you focus on it, it will unfreeze.
That's
Interesting.
useful.
So
That's-
I just have this now until I use it.
I can only freeze it for about an hour.
Oh,
After that, it will crumble.
I mean, that's really that's actually really useful. That's really good. I'm impressed with that.
Thank you. Again, it took some practice. Freezing time for a spell is actually a little bit more complicated than a person at times. But it just depends. If you all want like a defensive countermeasure, I could prepare it for one of you, or if with to fly, or if you want to go faster. I could also actually also prepare something of a. It doesn't really heal you. It kind of borrows the life energy of another version of yourself.
Hmm.
So when you focus on it, you get a little bit more vigor. But beyond that, I can't do much more preparations.
so
Well-
really it's. Oh, good.
I am from our fight with that thing where we all got compelled to slap each other in the face. I concentrated on a few things, and during my meditation last night, I made sure to learn a new trick that could be useful so that now if someone gets out of my range, I can actually do something rather than just give them a slap on the wrist.
Good.
Also, yes, Eirik, fire and poison to be avoided.
Yeah, I've come to realize that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's really just going to be fire everything we can with no plan. Like,
Well, we kind of know what we're going against. We're going against the leader, who's going to be casting some sort of magic, probably fire magic. That's what we've seen so far. There could be other things.
or
I
he's
know
just
you
going to
bet.
go, anti-magic, and then all of a sudden we can't do shit.
Well, that would be greatly unfortunate.
Well, seeing as we are all mostly casters, yeah, that would be kind of terrible.
Do we have ways of holding down his guards? Because I assume we just want to focus on him. I mean, I could try to chain him like I have other creatures before, but a lot of things here are resistant to magical restraints.
I switched around a couple spells and made sure that I had one prepared that could actually keep him grounded. I.e., I took grasping vine this time. Dang it.
Okay.
I've got the web that I've used a few times, but it's not the most, thorough means of restraint.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
What about you, Jade?
Sorry, I zoned for a second. I didn't hear what was said.
We're talking about plans.
Oh.
Do you have anything at all?
Let's see. Well, I have my protection from evil and good again.
Sure, that's never bad. I guess,
can...
would you... You're good at hitting things. Which is needed in this group. Would you prefer to fight this leader, the caster, and try to take him out, or would you like to fight his guards? What do you think you would be better at?
I mean, it might be beneficial to defeat the caster first, because if I hit him enough times, he can't concentrate on anything that could last. If I'm just constantly wailing on him.
Oh. That means me and Azrael need to make sure he doesn't put up any defenses that can prevent that. Okay.
And I mean, I can bring out my spiritual weapon to assist with damage.
Do you have anything that can hold the others at bay?
Let me see. I can reduce their speed.
Always good. I don't want them hitting me, so I plan to run away from them. If they're slower, that would be amazing.
I might be able to make them drop their weapons.
Also good.
But I don't really have anything that could like hold them back.
Okay, maybe that's more of a job for me.
Because I don't think they're considered a humanoid. They might be considered something else.
Right.
I doubt they're gonna be small or smaller creatures, because if they're smaller flying creatures, my wind wall can keep them at bay. But I don't think they're gonna be.
I think it's gonna be more like the ones we've seen so far, but maybe bigger.
Yeah. If the caster does cast like area of effect stuff, if he's casting like fog or acid spray, anything, the wind can also protect us from that. So that's one thing
that protects us. So,
and we don't necessarily want to like gather in one spot. No. We learned our lesson that time.
I can probably create areas of confusion. That is something that I can do.
I mean, I can make them have disadvantage on attacking anybody but me, but that also scares me because if I'm getting beat up, my health's gonna drop, and it's gonna drop fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those seeds, Azrael, what did they do? The ones we found at the ruins?
Seeds?
Are you talking about the seeds that Arya had?
Oh, did Arya have them?
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm trying to remember. They did something to protect against something.
They created fire flowers.
Yeah, and they did
Oh,
some
great.
really cool stuff. Here, I can look up
Yeah.
Aria's. But yeah, they did some cool stuff.
Oh, shit.
Mm.
Fiera, can you make someone invisible?
No.
Oh. Yeah.
Faster, slower, it can make you fly.
Oh, she lost those. Aria lost those the first time she got did.
Oh, when she got ripped in half. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
When we drug the demon.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All those drugs. A demon just. Oh, God. I want to see that demon after that. I could just see what it was up to.
It was yoked.
I can create a foggy area that would make it harder for people to see, but the problem is
We can't
if
see
they
it.
can't if they can't see, then we can't see.
I mean, if we can figure out a way to work that with Windwall,
Oh.
if you make a foggy area and I use wind to keep the fog in a certain area, how, like, yes, I know obviously we can't see if someone's inside, but
So let's keep it simple then. Let's try to slow down, restrain, hinder these guards as much as we can. And then focus on the leader while keeping ourselves kind of spread out and in some sort of relative safety. Nice and simple.
and do we
And-
all have a healing potion?
We used one during the battle.
I currently have one that I think Fiera gave me.
Mhm.
I still have 2.
If
I
you
have-
two, I guess I could have one then. Then we could all have one.
That's what I'm saying. At the very least, we should all have one.
I also have some healing abilities.
I half of my spells are healing things.
All right, so Fiera, do you want one?
Yeah, I'll take.
All right.
What how do we feel about me adding exterior power? And by that I mean I could prepare some spells that I could create some allies.
I mean, it could help with confusion.
It's not like the biggest thing, but I can.
I think
I
if it
can-
distracts the guards at all, that could be good.
Yeah, I can create like a little dust devil that doesn't take much components.
Yeah, that can always help.
They're not the biggest threat, but they can at least.
So we know that we should avoid fire and poison damage, but I'm assuming they're probably going to pull out a lot of poison or even fire damage. Should I make sure that I have protection from poison prepared? Because it can neutralize it?
We've seen them throw fire. One of them breathed a fireball that turned necrotic. Have we seen poison? Oh, the poison tail from that one devil devil
Mhm.
creature. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. I think to be prepared. Because we don't know if
Mhm.
there's going to be more than just the guards as well. You could have pets.
Yeah.
You could have creatures.
If he's as high up as they're making it sound like he is, I mean, I'm sure he's got all sorts of different defenses.
Yes.
And of course, our friend, devil friend guy, is supposedly helping us. Yes.
He should be there, and if he is, Well, we
He's
are up
probably
here.
focusing himself on
Yes, their leader.
right.
Yes, it seems like he has a grudge against them.
So that might give us the opportunity to maybe knock down the bodyguards quicker if we all maybe focus on them first.
If they're focused with each other, not on us, I think that's very fair.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I think we have a good basic plan.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's really like preparable. I'll just be
Right.
firing a bunch of stuff.
I guess, is there anything somebody wants, spell-wise, I could prepare for them?
I definitely would like to be hasted.
Okay, do you want me to freeze that for you to put on yourself? You might be able to keep it up better than I can.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
You
Yeah.
know, I could annoy the shit out of him and make him waste some spells by polymorphing him.
Hey. There you go.
Sure.
Make him into like a goat or something that's like easy to hurt.
I mean, I don't.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. You could
you
turn
know
him into
what?
a goat, and then we could cast fly on someone that could carry the goat into the sky and then drop the goat.
There you go. I'm taking polymorph. Am I gonna use it? I don't know. But hey,
But
I'll have
as polymorph goes, I'm speaking above the table right now. Does that just drop like the hit points for the animal that you turn it into, or the creature you turn it into?
The target assumes the hit points of its new form. When it reverts to its normal form, the creature returns to the number of hit points it had before it transforms. If it reverts as a result of dropping to 0 hit points, any excess damage carries over to its normal form. So it's basically as if I was wild shaping them.
Yeah. Is
So
it?
I can keep turning him into a cat, and you guys just blast him, and he's defenseless.
Yeah.
That can
I
be
don't know if I
like
wanna-
that can
Maybe
be a
have
Hail
that.
Mary if we really need it. I'm not saying like it should be strategy A, but it can be like blend
Backup.
Good one.
blend O P Q,
I mean,
you know.
plenty of things will go wildly outside of what we can prepare for.
Oh yeah. Nothing we say is actually gonna happen.
We might not even get in there. So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. But I do need some time to rest and kind of prepare different spells. So
I just wish we knew how long it was till the next green moon.
Do we not know?
I mean, have we noticed at all in the few days, in the time that we've been in hell, have we seen
Can we roll a
any...
history to see if we can, if we've seen?
You guys have never checked the sky.
we haven't. No.
Even though you have an observatory, so unfortunately, because no one
I have a telescope and I haven't looked up.
has made the
Yep.
effort to kind of keep track of time. Unfortunately, there's no chick involved. You can look now at the sky to see where the moons are
Yeah.
if you want
But,
to.
I mean, I can
Yeah.
just summon the tower and just get the observatory.
I mean, it's not really gonna help. The moon's not just gonna be like, "Ooh, I'm moving now."
Mm.
Is there anyone that we can talk to that might be able to help us? Unfortunately, our possible help, somebody sold.
There's no such thing.
I'm not gonna blame you though. You helped rescue me.
I did nothing of that nature. Absolutely not.
This is my new check under the bed shit.
Always look at
up
the
in the
moon.
sky.
Just look at the sky. It's so big and beautiful. I mean, if you want to, are you looking at the sky?
Well, I mean, obviously now that we're talking about it, but it's not going to give us any information.
I can still make a perception check.
I'm gonna do guidance on you.
As she looks in the sky, guidance. For looking into the sky.
All right.
So you get an extra D4.
Sure.
Making a dirty 20. You look up in the sky. The cloud-filled sky. And two things you notice. One of all is that there's a big red moon that kind of sits almost center. And then looking further down in the horizon, actually kind of going down, is the green moon. While I say moon, they are a lot larger in the sky than, you know, how we usually know our moons to be. Our moon is like a tiny dot. It's probably at least 10 times as big as, you know, how we are accustomed to our moon. So it's quite large. So you can see it on the horizon. It's kind of peeking through and behind all of the clouds and such. You see a brief moment where it passes by. You can see it there. Yeah, but at the moment you only see 2 moons from the 3 that you saw the very first time when you scanned the sky.
Yep, didn't help.
Well, there should be a bit still. I did mention that we could use a few hours, and it sounded like he would take a while as well to prepare things. So, let's relax for a bit.
Relax, yes.
I mean, we just had a devil tell us, or kind of devilish, whatever, tell us we can just hang out in his lair, in his tower, while we're in hell. Like, that's as relaxed as I think we'll probably ever be.
I mean, I can summon my tower.
Tower envy.
I mean, I think I can make mine bigger.
Hey guys, viewers, size doesn't matter.
No, of course not.
It'll look better, better shaped.
Looks healthier, it isn't crumbled or ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, it's went.
Are we still talking about a tower?
Okay. So what's the plan?
I will kick back and relax until I can change spells.
Okay. Do you summon?
Same.
Do you summon tower? Or would you just chill in the tower provided?
They really don't have a nice tower.
No, it's really not nice.
Yeah, I'll summon the tower weird.
What you could do, because there's enough space, you could summon your tower inside of their tower.
Oh boy.
That just becomes a freaking pissing contest at this point.
Yeah, I don't wanna anger him. I'll put it outside to the side, just out of the way of the entrance.
Okay. Yeah, you summon your tower. And you can chill inside. You do see that, like, occasionally, some of the white Dutonic soldiers kind of just land on top of your tower and just kind of just chill there, almost like gargoyles. And you have noticed that they do like to chill on, like, the edges of stuff. So once they see a new ledge that they can just relax on. They kind of just take the opportunity to chill there. Some of them just kind of poke inside, but usually they kind of just don't mind and just want to hang out on the new ledge that they have found. Yeah. So if there's nothing else anyone would like to do other than just prepare your spells, this
I will look at some of the things I'm carrying just in case.
okay.
Because I'm gonna measure something.
Mm-hmm.
So like I mentioned before, I have my Lichness amulet. I also have the badge from Sinifor, and I have that ring that I found from the soldier. So I'm gonna look those over. Mostly because I don't have much else to do while we're waiting for a few hours. Then rest, and I'll use detect magic to see if any of those three have any residual magic voodoo.
Okay, God. Now I have to remember all these things. Okay, say again. You are the badge of Sinifor. Which I can...
Yeah, it was like the defense badge or whatever.
Yep.
It's my classic holy Lichness amulet that I've been wearing forever.
Yep.
And then there was a ring from a soldier of Ath that we found in the ruins. And those are the only three I'm looking at right now.
Yes. Okay. Then let me quickly.
Sure. Because I can describe my study since I haven't summoned that before. This is Fier's personal study. It's a very elven themed with like wooden arches. There's an oak desk with a couple of drawers. There's a stack of parchment and ink on the desk, as well as a quill. All of it's perfectly clean and ready, and you know. There's also a bookshelf filled with a variety of books, mostly on history, excavations, other races, geography, religions, and also a section of like personal books. And then on one wall is a large map of Sapphire's Plane. Not a lot of detail, obviously, but there are. She's like trying to fill it in and make it herself, as accurate as she can, as she's learned about the continent. And then all around the room, there's also just notes and family pictures, stuff like that. It's her personal study.
Nice. Yeah. The ring is not magical, no.
Interesting. Okay. Okie dokes. Yeah, I'll wait to change spots.
So I would have like probably seen you because I'm not really doing anything particular.
Sure.
So I probably would have seen the thing that you would keep your holy water in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to make that?
No, I actually usually have. Because I don't know how much you know about me. I usually have like a priest make it. As I'm from the Lichness. I haven't really learned how to do it myself.
Is it like, is it kind of hurting you that you don't have some?
It's mostly just to make the circle that we used against that demon. Yeah, it takes quite a bit to, well, repel demons, so I would just need more once we find them.
Well, I currently have 2 flasks of it. Would you like one?
I mean, it's appreciated. I kind of get the flask I usually use, and it's 4 times the size of one of yours. I need this much
Oh,
to make one circle. It's kind of an endeavor.
Well. Okay.
It's appreciated though. And once we get back, we can definitely get some more for both of us.
I know that I can make some holy water. I just need some
You
powdered
can.
silver.
I have no idea how to powder silver. Is that something we can do, Jack? Do we need like a tool for? Oh, we have an Iric. It's like, oh, one moment. Cast message. Even though Iric's probably like 10 feet up or down. Iric, come to my study, please.
Oh yeah.
An Iric. He's been reduced to an Iric.
We have
Oh,
a Hulk.
amazing.
We have an Iric.
Exactly.
I got the reference.
I mean, I might know how to get powdered silver. I mean, if I couldn't have the ability to make it. Jack, how would I get that?
I thought you're getting an Iric.
Oh yeah, Eric might know too.
So when Iric gets in the room, how do we make powdered silver?
My intelligence, Greg's intelligence, says just grind up a bunch of silver, but I feel Iric would have a more detailed version of that description.
Yeah, which he then tells you, and I think Iric, you also have the ability to just do that, because that's like just, turning stuff into dust is a very basic requirement for a lot of spellcrafting. So that's one of the first things you ever learn. So that's like easy peasy for you to do.
Well, wonderful.
We just need to find some silver then, Eric?
Yeah. Easy.
Do you by chance have any in your miscellaneous things?
I don't think I have any silver in the.
What is your ring
treasury.
made out of?
Guys, money is made of silver too.
I don't have any money. You have to remember that.
I have 2 gold.
Yikes. Okay.
So don't look at me.
Does Izrael still have money in her bag of holding?
Does she? I have.
You might have Arya's money still, because she didn't take it.
I have all of the money.
I mean,
I
have some of my own money on me.
I have Arya's money in the bag of holding, and then Israel did not spend much, so I still have like 225 platinums. Just on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we haven't updated the bag of holding on the
Yeah.
on Roll20, so but I know Arya didn't really take it, so
Yeah.
I have 36 silver pieces of my own.
can we use some?
I might
And-
have some silver.
I mean, yeah, how much?
I have 14 silver. So here, 14
I
silver.
need 25 gold pieces worth of silver.
Jesus. What is?
That's 250. It's just 250.
Right. Yeah. I can crush what we have, but it's not nearly enough that you need.
250? Oh my gosh.
Do we have a way of turning other gold into silver?
Guys,
I don't think I have a spell that can do that now. I'm not a transmutation wizard.
I have a lot of money and no one's talking to me.
I cast message. Hi, Zarel. To the study.
I walk up. Yes.
We need silver.
How much?
All the silver.
I mean, as many as we're willing to sacrifice.
We're
'Cause
trying to figure out how to make water.
I'm gonna make some holy water, but I need some powdered silver.
Okay,
Okay.
a quick rule here. Usually I don't mind like the conversion of coins and stuff like that, because
yep.
when you're in the city, obviously you can just change it. However,
Yep.
if you're in a place where you can't convert money easily, for example, hell, if you do not have the required silver, you do not have the required silver.
Yeah.
I have 51 silver on me.
Great. So we have 101 silver total.
And I just need 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver.
So we need 149 more. No. Yeah.
I don't think I have more silver.
But do you need the powdered silver itself, or is it to make water?
So it specifically says a cleric or paladin may create holy water performing a special ritual. The ritual takes 1 hour to perform, uses 25 gold GP worth of powdered silver, and requires a caster to expend a first level spell slot.
Okay, yeah. So you do need powdered silver for the spell.
Which
Because
Eirik was gonna make powdered silver for us.
Because if it was a problem of having powdered silver to be able to create the water, then I could just create the water. But because if you actually need...
It's probably a thing we can do once we get back.
Well, now you know, like, I have the
Right.
ability to make it. I was just
Yeah.
hoping we might be able to scrounge up some...
I mean, it'll be really useful.
It is outside of my druid craft ability as well. I can't just poof out
That would be
silver powder.
so broken. You just
It would
create
be. It would be.
components.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. I mean, to some extent, I can.
Yeah, but
Right.
monetary value components.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, that's too complicated even for me.
Yeah, that's like an 8th level spell. It literally is
Yeah.
creation.
Yeah.
Well, darn, I tried.
Do I
Yeah,
have anything that is made out of silver? Let me check.
I mainly use it against demons, so let's just not run into one.
The only other thing that we have that might have silver
Yes.
is our rings.
I am using mine.
So, one of the
I
reasons
know,
I was also
I'm
wanting...
using mine too.
So, besides just that one spell, one of the reasons I was thinking about making holy water, if we could come up with ingredients, is because you can throw it on fiends and deal excess radiant damage, which might be useful.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
one
so
of another reasons.
next time we come back to hell.
Yeah, next trip we'll stock up on water.
I have a signet ring that is made of silver that is worth 5 gold, but it's still leaving us with
151.
Getting there.
still need 99 more.
Mhm.
Okay, well,
Let's stock it up next time.
very sorry, guys.
Well,
I
it's
miss
okay.
shops. I'll be honest. I miss shops.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to cover the fact that I'm wearing a literal elven silver necklace on me that is probably worth more than my entire life, and I'm like, yep. We don't have enough silver, guys. We don't.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we haven't seen that yet on you.
I also don't know what Arya's ring's made out of.
And I have it in my pockets.
All right. So that's a scrap, but hey, it was worth the discussion.
Absolutely.
Now we know that it's something we can do.
You can do it too.
No, I can't.
You're a cleric.
I know, but I
What?
can't.
Why?
Because I don't have that spell.
No, it's not a spell.
Oh, is it not?
So in the holy water description, it says a cleric or paladin may create holy water by performing a special ritual. The ritual takes 1 hour to perform, uses 25 gold piece worth of powdered silver, and requires the caster to expend a first level spell slot.
Oh, for some reason, I always thought that it was a spell.
I mean,
It
it
just-
sounds like one. Actually, I didn't know that either, so now I'm also informed.
Oh my god.
The only reason I discovered it is because I clicked on my holy water
Yeah,
and I was like reading it because I was like, I feel like this has got to have more than a purpose than just for fueling spells. And then sure enough, it says if the target is a fiend or undead, it takes 2d6 radiant damage if I throw it at an enemy.
Nice. Man, we gotta get out of hell.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, you're learning a lot while in hell, so it's like an educational trip.
Who has the dragon bones? The small ones? The hand-sized one and the...
I do. It's in my bag of holding.
Of course you have it.
Eirik didn't want to have it.
Oh, my bag of holding is for tools and supplies. My own tools and supplies.
And some of mine.
And some of yours.
Can I see those bones again?
Of course, and I'll just empty out the bag of holding on the floor. So
Jesus.
out of it falls a hand-sized bone of a dragon and a tip of dragon tooth, because that's all there is in it,
And all of our money.
and all of the money, and
Oh!
I'll stuff the money back in there.
As I just like eyeball it, like,
Yeah, and the,
Oh no.
the draconian soldiers that are perched up also hear all the money, and they kind of also look inside.
Nothing.
So you guys haven't seen this yet, but I'm gonna go to reach one of the bones, and my hand kind of glows a bit, and out from my hand comes a spectral hand as I cast Mage Hand for the first time.
ooh.
Because I don't want to touch things directly in this campaign.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna start examining those two bones. It's gonna take me a while, so you guys can do on his fear starts picking up bones. But I'm gonna use detect magic. I want to see if they're still magical. And if they are, I want to see if they can be used as components, or if they have any effect that they can be used now. Like, can we shoot fire out of them? Can we cut things easier? You know,
So they have silver.
like, is there silver embedded in the bone? Yeah, so I'll just do like detect magic. I'll use identify if they are magical, and I will look at these bones.
Yes.
See if we can use them.
Detect magic. You sense a strong magical presence within both of them, and
Well-
identifying will reveal that the dragon bone is a dragon bone, which you can add to your inventory, and the tooth is a red cinder dragon tooth, which you can also add to your inventory.
I found it.
And I think that's probably one of those moments where you're like, oh my god.
I know, it's like, oh my god.
Why?
We're just holding on to these. They are still magical. They are things. Jack didn't just say, here's a bone, the end.
He's a bone, he's a tooth. Bye.
Oh. So yeah, Fiora gets lost in thought as she looks at these for a while. As I have reading to do now.
Yeah, I'm quickly going to put them in the bag of holding, but we can.
Still
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is, like, outside of game, I'm just gonna add them to the bag of holding so that they are at least like in there. But if you want to keep them afterwards, just let me know and I'll remove them from there, just so that we don't lose them. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh boy.
I did not look at it. I added them and then did as if they did not
Okay.
exist.
Fira's lost some thought. She isn't sharing the yet.
That's what I thought.
Doing the.
Oh my god. Wait, you're yeah, I wouldn't mute myself. I'll be mumbling for a while.
Yeah, I guess Eric, J, Nicer, anything else from your side that you wish to do?
I would go up to the observatory after our discussion about the holy water, and I would take out my notebook and I'd look at the telescope. I'm gonna start sketching out the sky.
Okay, yeah. Can definitely do that. So just make a perception check.
I'm gonna guidance myself.
Yep. That's a total of 17. Yeah, you got a pretty... Just loving seeing the reactions from Matt. See the sky quite well. Like I said, still a very cloudy landscape. And there seems to be like light always protruding from somewhere behind the clouds that illuminates the sky with this reddish, orangish, fiery tint. However, you never see the actual source of where this light is coming from. There's no sun. You have not seen a sun anywhere yet, and mostly the sky is always completely covered, except for occasionally where the moons are shown. And the moons seem to be extremely close too, so either they are significantly smaller than your moon, but extremely close, or they must be extremely far away, but extremely large. However, from the fact that you can still see them with the density of the clouds, you presume them to be a bit smaller than your moon, but more closer. And as you're like focusing on it and sketching it and really taking in the details, other thing you notice.
And then I've got my paint too, so I can add color.
Yep. One thing you notice is that the moons are very, very, very faintly transparent, and you realize it's almost like an effect similar to the astral vestige, where it's kind of there but not really. So no matter where you would be, you assume on the hellish planes the moon would always stay at the exact same location. If that makes any sense. Similar to the astral vestige, no matter how far or close you are to it, it will always be the same size. And you get the impression that it might be the same for this moon. And to kind of confirm your own theory, after you sketch a bit and you notice this, you kind of go to the observatory and look at the moon with the telescope. It is the exact same size, even though you're looking through a telescope, even though it should be a lot larger there. You notice that these are also just kind of projections of the moons themselves, so maybe not the actual physical bodies. And during the time that you're sketching, which will probably, be a couple of hours, you can see that the green moon, who was like kind of crescenting the horizon a bit, disappears after like 1 hour. But the red moon itself has only moved like a couple of inches in the sky, and you notice that it seems like the green moon is moving or is coursing around a lot faster than the red moon is. And after like about 2 hours, on the other side of the horizon, kind of where the mountains are that you can see kind of peeking up over, is a brown moon kind of making its appearance slowly but surely.
So there's a brown, a green, and you said a red moon?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll take my paints and I'll make this beautiful little design of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, I'll go downstairs, and if people are awake, if they're not, then I'll just wait until people are awake.
Okay.
To share with them what I learned.
Hey, Izrael. Out of the game, what's your charisma?
Yes. It's a 12.
Oh, you're saying it's me? Oh boy.
Yes.
I have a +5.
Oof. I would hope so. Oh boy. Oh boy. Somebody's got to use these. Okay. Yeah, imagine after I discovered that they have interesting qualities. I probably do rest for a bit, just trying to relax and think on it, and then unable to do that after 10 minutes, I will guess message to Izarel and Eirik again, even though they're probably 10 feet away. Hey, come, hurry up. Hurry up.
It sounds like feedback when like the microphone gets too close to the speaker. Just like, shut, I'm right here.
I would probably grab Jade at the same time just because I don't want her to be out of the conversation.
Oh, I don't know when he's doing this, but I was up above for a few hours painting.
Where do you think Isarel hangs out?
On the observatory with me.
Yep.
So it just depends on if I'm done or not. If I would follow.
Probably not. Like, you are taking quite a while to paint the entire sky in detail, so it's probably midway through your painting that probably Fiera calls the two down. So you can decide whether or not you want to take a quick break and join. But you know, in art you do take breaks. Up to you.
Can you just relay what you guys talk about to me, and if you need to, just ask me questions. I mean, fear can go to my mind. I really want to do this.
Absolutely. Yeah, no worries.
And then if you can tell them about the moons, and I give you a quick rundown of the moons and their movements.
I'll try to remember that as much as I can.
So as you two, I guess, get in the room, you see me. Am I able to grab them with my hands? I think I would actually try after a while. Like, I'll take the mage hand and kind of bring it to the palm of my hand. Are they too hot to touch?
No, they're extremely hot, and it's like a hot stove, but not so much to the point where you would actually get burnt.
Okay. So then you would both see that I have both them in each hand, just like staring at them.
What did you discover?
Did you know that dragons were quite magical?
Kind of.
Immensely magical. Like, that dragon must have been dead for quite a while. And these are coursing with magic.
I can't say I'm surprised, honestly.
I was about to say, as much as it's amazing. I don't know if I'm surprised, but it's amazing.
It is, Here, and I'll toss the bone to you, Azrael. I think you should take some time with that.
Oh, okay.
It's honestly, it's not too hard to connect to. It's quite connected to the weave. But take some time. I think you'll learn some things. And I'll hold the tooth up and look at you, Eirik. Now this, you don't have claws, do you? I know you're changing. Okay.
Do I have claws? Okay.
Yes.
This, I think, would be quite wonderful for you. But maybe not until we get back home.
Okay, well that just seems rude.
I honestly don't think this will do a single thing for you here while we're in hell, as it has to do with an attunement to flame.
Oh. Oh, I just read the bone thing. Oh.
Okay, I mean, I'm listening if you want to like give me details.
Well, we must have found a dragon that also had attunement to flame, as it amplifies them quite a bit, but specifically fire. And it can also protect you from fire.
And you think that wouldn't help me here?
Well, mostly that it, well, here, and I'll flick it to you. You can try, but I still don't think it will hurt the things we're running into yet. It's the red cinder dragon tooth. Yeah, have fun reading that one.
Oh man, the reactions, holy shit.
Also, you might want to rig it so it's connected to your device you use to make spells. I don't know. I'm sure you can figure something out. Yeah. I gave away the goodies. I wanted them both.
Yeah, I was like, dang. You just gave them
No.
away.
It's Era tries to enable others, so
Yeah.
and that it gets better for them. Especially since one's trying to be a diplomat and one's turning into a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. I gotta go with that.
Oh my gosh, what do I unattune?
Yeah, you have fun with that. And then while they're focusing on the bones, I'll just go to a corner, open my spellbook, and just start rifling through.
Holy shit.
That sounds about right.
By the way, just for the
Oh.
viewers, since they can't see it, those are two. The rarity of these two items are artifact level rarity. So it's rare, very rare, legendary, and an artifact.
Yeah, imagine we found this because Greg rolled a crazy number on the D100. And
Yeah.
then like a crazy number on the D8 or whatever it was, and then another crazy number after that. And somehow those crazy numbers went to Red Dragon Corpse.
And a crazy investigation check and survival check
yep.
to actually
Find it,
scavenge
yep.
these things. So yeah.
Oh man.
And you also
What
have.
can I do with I know, what can I do with the big one?
Oh, you got one big bone left.
I know. Like that's Fiera's. Nobody's touching that. That's in her tower, lock and key. I have no idea what I'll do with it. But it's there. Oh.
I mean, getting resistance to fire damage.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I know the other things don't really work for me, like you said, but like, damn. I'll take that.
Yeah. It just makes sense for your characters so much too. Like everything on that page is just like Iric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, given that my level 10 means I can attune to another item, I will attune to
there
that
you go.
item when we can.
It's-
Oh yeah,
Makes sense.
I'm also attuning to that item ASAP. You can literally see like Israel just unhook her wand and just put it in her backpack and sit down and start focusing on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then after an hour, you guys are attuned to your items. Takes about an hour to kind of really immerse yourselves to it. Anything else you would like to do?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have anything.
I guess I haven't
No, I'm literally just.
yeah. I guess I haven't looked at our bag of holding forever. Maybe I have more artifacts in there. Just saying.
It's carrying around artifacts wherever you go.
Change
I.
spells.
Holy crap.
I mean, at this point, is it worth did I actually cast Identify on the bone dust that I collected? I can't remember.
I don't think you
I
did.
don't think so.
I mean, I'll throw my goggles on and I'll cast Identify to see if that it now being handed a freaking artifact like that. I don't know. We'll see if the bone dust gives off any specifics that I didn't know of before.
Okay, you enhance your goggles on it, and it gets identified as a strong bone dust. It doesn't have any innate properties in itself. However, you do get still a very strong magical signal from the dust itself, and would know that any sort of fire-related magical attunements you would like to do with it, for example, creating a flaming sword or other stuff like that, that would be the perfect material for it to kind of channel and enhance flames through it. In fact, with an identifier spell, you would know that the bone dust you have collected, the amount of energy kind of coming out of it and that can be channeled from it almost is equal to that of a very small fire chrysalis. That's how potent this bone dust is.
Yikes!
Oh.
Okay, time to get sketching.
I have it somewhere. How big is the biggest chrysalis? I probably have their sizes somewhere in my notes.
Hang on, I've got that.
Of course you do.
Makes sense. I have it somewhere.
The biggest size is a Pravax chrysalis, and it's about the size of a person.
Yep, that's what I got too. Okay. Interesting.
And reminder, the small one can wipe out a city.
That's as big as a peach. Okay. Yeah, that's safe. Okay. Yep. Okay, I'm set up.
Okay, everyone seems
I'm still kind of speechless.
everyone is
I mean, you might change how you speak after attuning to items.
yeah, you must.
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, actually, you could. I guess once you attune, you can maybe, since I presume you don't want to directly just read out what they can do, just kind of explain what's different about you.
You could see where in the past maybe Voss or so, Isorel's shoulders started to slump and she started to lose confidence in herself with everything that's happened to her best friend and all that. Her shoulders are perked back up. There is a sense of nobility that came back into her, and like she's
Somewhere there.
haven't seen in a long that kind of listening to her. Pretty much.
Yep. I must apologize. Unfortunately, my audio cut out for a quick second right when.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh.
Eh.
No. Yes. Yes.
Am I back?
Oh.
Is it
Jack's
normal?
back.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just cut out for a quick second. Seems like my internet just broke off. So, I hate to do this, Skip, but could you maybe describe it one more time because it cut exactly when you described it.
Yep, no worries. So, as I said, like in the last Voss or so, like her companions have seen her confidence completely decrease. Like her shoulders started slumping and everything. And after spending an hour with that bone, you can see like she's back to the noble Isarel Leafina. She has this confidence about her. She's you can see the confidence oozing out of her the way you haven't seen her since the very first day back in Suna Anir, and you feel compelled towards her. There's this charismatic aura around her that just radiates something that and she also kind of plays around with her produced flame, just going like, oh, she's having fun with her fire abilities.
Yes, and I think the charismatic aura exudes a very specific emotion, which is a bit of intimidation and kind of requires respect of those who are close by to you, as Isarel stands with a very superb posture once again. And what about Eirik? How do you, I guess, since you're Artificer, install your tooth?
Yeah, so I'll take the wooden handle off of my wand, my screwdriver drill thing, and I'll simply just affix the tooth into where the wooden handle was. So the handle of my spellcasting focus is now this flaming hot tooth.
Yeah, that's badass.
So I'm basically grabbing the heat, like absorbing the heat into my body while I'm casting spells from this thing.
Dope. Okay, then I guess you all would remain in the tower until the green moon has passed, whatever that may, or however long that will take.
It's gonna be like 4 days.
15 weeks later.
Did Isarel share what I discovered about the moons?
Yes, I would have.
So you guys learned that the green moves a lot faster than the other ones.
To her best ability, she would have, which now with her new bone, she feels very confident she got right.
Oh no.
Oh god.
You created a monster.
Maybe.
We need a monster.
Yeah. When fighting monsters.
You gave a freaking bear charisma of 20.
Welcome to the
Yep.
Charisma 20 crew.
Yeah. Okay, then if y'all ain't doing anything than that, then since y'all need to take a long rest in order to change your spells, at least 8 hours will pass. However, after those 8 hours have passed, you wait for another 4 hours before Mr. Felkal comes approaching to your tower. And he kind of just politely knocks out on the door.
From
Oh,
what just before we continue, from what Jade has told me about the moon and the time we have waited, can I estimate a cycle of the green moon so that we have somewhat of an idea?
Yeah, of course. I guess make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, history. You can also do history.
That's much better. It's not, but I mean, it
Oh, the
kind of is.
13's more than enough. Doesn't
Okay,
require
yeah,
much.
that's alright.
Yeah, from when you first kind of looked at the green moon, and then now kind of seeing it's back at where it was before, kind of at the horizon where Eric you saw the first one, and about 12 hours have elapsed for it to go one full round around before it went to its original position. So you would assume that maybe a lapse of the green moon means 12 hours.
I would share that I believe a circle of the green moon is 12 hours.
I would flip to my notebook and I'd write on the back, green moon every 12 hours.
Okay, I cut off for a tiny bit. Am I back? Can you hear me?
yep.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, okay. I heard everything the voice, which is focusing.
Alright.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
the knocking comes. Presume you open the door.
Oh, I need tongues. I'll cast tongues. And then go open the door. I almost didn't. Good afternoon.
Kind of looks at you, confused.
No noon here. Anyways, have you completed your preparations?
Yes, we are prepared, rested, and have some plans ready, so I believe we're as ready as we could be.
Very well, then. The meeting has been set.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
You gotta...
beep boop bop.
My
Jack.
yeah, it was me. My internet's like cutting every like minute or so. Is it my internet?
It must be.
Go and let me just wait for a second. But it's been doing it consistently like 3 times in a row now, and I'm like a bit worried that it's a more common thing. I'm so okay. Okay, we will play this through, and if it happens again,
Yes,
then I
yes,
will
yes, yes,
investigate this further.
Hmm.
What's the last thing you heard?
Nothing.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
I heard there's no noon here.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. It.
We have a smiley Jack that is frozen.
Yeah, it happened again. Is it? Now I was thinking, is it? No, it's not my USB problem, but instead. Okay, we'll quickly pause. Okay, we're back. Praying to the Lords of Hell to keep my internet connection stable. Take my soul. Take whatever you want. Yes, Felkal then says, after he says, there's no noon. Have you completed your preparations?
Yes, we're as prepared as we could be.
Very well. The meeting is appointed in 1 hour, so we should get going now.
I do have a very small question for you. Your boss, your superior, does he speak common at all?
Question. Does he? I don't know. Bet he doesn't.
Oh god, if I have to cast tongues on everyone.
No. However, there's no need for you to talk to him. Once we arrive there, I shall handle the talking. I shall distract him. Once he turns his back towards you, that is when you shall strike him.
Good. I'll relay the information for the others that are not understanding what's going on.
Yeah. Well, sounds like a party. Well, here's to your promotion then.
Yep.
So I rub my hands together. Yeah, let's gather things, everyone. And I will do mage armor myself. And then literally as everybody's getting out the door, I'll be like, gift alacrity for you. Gift alacrity for you. Gift alacrity for you. So you all three have alacrity. And then I'll look at him. Would you like my boon as well? It would be free of charge.
You know, you have proven trustworthy, human. Gladly, I shall take a free boon.
Alright. Put my hands together, cast spell, and I'll cast Banishment. I'm kidding. I'll put,
He would literally stay where he is, technically, right?
I think he would go to Pocket Dimension and then come back in an hour.
Oh yeah, you
If
would.
he's from that plane.
Yeah, you would.
It would be funny though, but
Yeah.
no, I will
Yeah,
give.
he wouldn't be mad. Don't worry about that.
He comes back, he's surrounded by his boss that we may deal with. That'd be great.
It's like, oh shit.
I would cast Aid at a 3rd level to include myself.
Oh.
So your guys' hit points maximum and current HP increases 5 by 5 for the duration for 8 hours.
So, 10?
No, just 5.
Okay. Gotcha.
I did the level higher to cast it to include myself because last time I only
Oh,
included you
okay.
guys.
I understand.
Mhm.
Good. Help is appreciated.
Is there anything I need to do before we leave? Let me double check.
It's an hour. Oh man, my thing would only last for an hour, so I can't do it yet. Okay.
What kind of cannon do you think I should go in there with? Protector or force?
Force.
See, I would say
Protect.
I'm scared we're gonna get fireballed and then fireballed and then fireballed.
Yeah, protector.
Protector might be good.
So obviously the only issue is if you're not near it, you're not going to get
Right. We need to spread
protection.
out too.
exactly. So I don't mind. I'm going to take all the protection that it gives because it's going to
Yeah.
stay near me.
Maybe if you need, go to it. Both have benefits.
You know best, Eric. It's your character.
How many? 8 mage armor and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alacrity. So it's less. Okay.
Like I like
So,
force.
did you give
because it
alacrity to
damage.
who?
Everybody has alacrity.
Okay.
We're all faster. All right. I presume we don't need to be chained or anything like that. So you can present us as is.
Kind of just smirks, and you can see he steps to the side, and there are already 2 of his guards who are waiting with chains. And he says,
But don't worry. We shall not lock the chains. You should be able to free yourselves quite easily.
I don't know what's happening, but I just look at these chains and I go, nope, you are not putting me in chains. Nope, not happening. We've been there. We've done that.
What if I put you into? That was better.
I
Power envy and chains in the same episode.
I look at the thing and I tell him, you better not chain us. We're here to help you, and we have a contract in place. Remember that.
he will respond quite eagerly to that and says,
Then you must know that these chains will pose no disadvantage to you, as it would break our contract otherwise. They are purely aesthetic. I don't think my supervisor will trust me if I bring 4 unchained souls, not chained up.
Oh, Jade, can you make your illusion? Is it
To make it look like I have?
chains?
I mean, I don't see why I couldn't. I mean, so if I create an image of an object, it must be no larger than 5 foot cube, which that's less than 5 foot cube.
yeah, definitely.
So I can make myself my own chains.
Well, maybe do that if you don't want these. These won't be locked, but I guess I understand. And I'll go
If you-
get in the chains, I guess. Let them put them on me, whatever they want to.
Yeah, I would present my wrist and be like, yep.
I'll put my own chains on.
Do you do an illusion?
Yeah.
Then the guy will say,
Remember, my superior officer is an arcanist. You will see through simple illusions like that with ease.
Do you guys tell me this?
Yes, absolutely. I am not hiding it from you.
I just release my illusion and I just look at you and I'm like, I'm trusting you. And I hand my hands to you to put them on.
then one of the 2 current soldiers just hands over the chains. They actually just hands them to each of you. They don't shackle you. They just gives them to you, and you can shackle yourselves.
Okay.
And as
Then
you
I
put
put them on myself.
and as you put them on, they are first of all very loose, and there's nothing that keeps them in lock. So you can just open them with just spreading your arms, so they don't seem to be locked in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
So, it is now.
Let's do this then.
Very well. It is now time to depart. It is fast if we fly there, so one of my soldiers shall carry each of you.
Oh my god, we're gonna fly on a dragon.
He flies off, and then you can see a Draconian soldier goes to each one of you, and then just kind of takes you under the arms, and then picks you up and flies with you away. And as you kind of lift up, you can see the tower become a little bit smaller and the hellish landscape a lot bigger in your view as you then kind of course through further north, actually, in the direction you wish to go. You can have a better overview over also the black desert that is now to your right hand side and the river flowing there, and also still the very ominous mountainscape in the background, as well as the long, tall, thin object that has been ever present since the very beginning. And that is where we're going to end today's session as you approach.
Saw that coming.
I was wondering how far you would take it. I knew we weren't gonna fight, obviously,
Yeah.
but I'd wondered if you wanted to like get in there and actually start explaining the situation.
Then we could make plans.
Yeah, you can make plans.
Yeah.
Mm,
And
That are
this-
gonna blow up in like 2 seconds.
yeah, we have no idea what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but you guys got some sweet new goodies and upgrades, which you have had in your inventory for like at least
Wow.
5 sessions. But you never know what's magic and what's not.
Since when do we take time to look at anything? We
Yeah.
just run in guns blazing and then we're
Mhm.
like, oopsie.
Yep.
It is what we're best at.
It truly is.
Let this be a lesson to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially
We
with
should-
those two items, Jesus.
We need to force ourselves to remember to do like little things like this now.
Mhm.
We
Inventory.
planned our attack on the big guy and it went okay.
Yeah,
Worked
we all
pretty well.
lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't complain about that.
We have to remember about that.
Yeah.
Just did you guys make your HP higher?
By
Yep.
5, yeah. I
By
put it
Yeah,
five.
yeah.
beyond.
I put the temp 5 there.
Mhm.
So it's not a temporary 5.
You can override your max.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
for
so you
8
can heal
hours.
back up to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah. A lot of preparation spells casted, so please do remember them. Actually, if one of you can just write
Oh
them in
my
chat.
gosh, I have to do that now. Jesus, I casted 40 spells. Uh,
Yeah, then we can already have access to it next time. Yeah, a second bigger fight will ensue as you try to take care of this guy's supervisor. However, now upgraded with a level up and 2 artifact level items. We'll see how this will go, won't we? Yeah, and it's also episode 49, and after that it's 50. Ooh boy.
God.
Yeah.
Ooh boy. Yeah, so I guess there's not much to say other than see you guys next week. And
Yep.
we're gonna start off with some action. So until then, we'll say bye.
I